greater emphasis on infrastructure pan-India will actually make a huge amount of benefit. So whether it is NHI or whether it is on the power grid side, on transmission, there should be far more investments in infrastructure in the country to make it far more efficient today.
Right.
Every Indian metro city complains of infrastructure issues, and these are not small, massive.
Yeah.
They're massive, The time delays, including Lal Bagh Chaudhary, so that's one issue. In this issue, possibly the government needs to possibly look at one single biggest issue is the cost of land. The 4x cost of land at which we are acquiring today needs to be relooked at, because that is contributing to excess amount of money which is getting paid, and it is also increasing the cost of project. So whether for a public utility it should be 4x or it should be 2x, should that be cash or should it be given in the form of certain bonds given to the land? Because today if I own a land, I will only make, let's say, 10% of the land value as a return every year on year. So should it be converted into a bond which gives them 20% return year on year?
Right.
Why dish out 4x cash today? So it is worth looking whether land acquisition for a public utility should be made cheaper so as to bring down. And the last thing, successive governments have tried and not have partially worked, but the whole concept of user pay has to come. Whether it is electricity, whether it is toll,
absolutely.
whether it is civic infrastructure.
Yeah.
Until unless we bring this whole concept of user pay, we have a serious challenge in today implementing, getting the fiscal arithmetic right. So if we can have maximum marginal tax rates at the highest rate, but the user actually has to end up paying. Wherever the models are very good, those models have seen considerable success. I don't say very, very successful. For example, if you look at the hybrid annuity model today, whether you are saying that it is a 40% EPC and 60% is literally guaranteed annuity. So the entire tolling risk has been assumed by the best person to take the tolling risk, which is NHI.
Right.
So NHI says, I take the entire tolling risk and I will subsume it in my own balance sheet, and you take the annuity, you are done. Similarly, if you look at transmission projects which function in a very similar nature, they've also got funded.
Right.
What tends to happen with larger projects, like why JICA and metros are being funded by JICA? Because these projects worldwide, actually, that cannot recover. You cannot recover the commercial viability cannot be through user pay in this thing. So it needs a longer tenor, subsidies, state government putting in money, and it needs grants. So even if you look at the projects like metros outside of India, they have concessional grants coming from the government to pump in, because you want the let's say these projects will last for 100 years, but I'm not sure that you're going to recover this in 20 or 30 years like a road project or like a transmission project. So it needs multilateral funding or funding which is concessional in nature.